In a recent turn of events that has taken many by surprise, President Donald Trump has decided to terminate the security detail for Dr. Anthony Fauci, a move that has sparked a wave of discussions and speculation. This detail, which was provided and paid for by the National Institutes of Health, was pulled on Thursday night, leaving Dr. Fauci to fend for his own safety amidst ongoing threats linked to his high-profile role during the COVID-19 pandemic. With no security detail to rely on, Dr. Fauci has taken matters into his own hands, hiring private security services that he will pay for out of his own pocket. This development is part of what many are calling Trump's retribution tour against officials who served under him but have since fallen out of favor. Not stopping at Fauci, Trump has also withdrawn security details from other prominent figures such as former National Security Advisor John Bolton and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. This pattern of action is seen by many as a clear message from Trump, one that underlines his dissatisfaction and intent to distance himself from these individuals. The backdrop to this series of events is Trump's vocal displeasure with President Joe Biden's decision to preemptively pardon Dr. Fauci as one of his final acts before leaving office. Trump's disapproval is rooted in his belief that such preemptive pardons, even in cases where the individuals have done nothing wrong and have, in fact, been a force for good, can still have irreversible impacts on one's reputation and financial standing. This statement from Biden highlighted the harsh realities of being in the public eye, where investigations and prosecutions, irrespective of their outcomes, can have long-lasting consequences on individuals' lives. Dr. Fauci, who has served the government for decades and held the position of the nation's top infectious diseases expert for 38 years, finds himself in a challenging situation. Despite receiving presidential commendations from Trump himself for his work on the Operation Warp Speed task force during the pandemic, the recent actions taken against him suggest a significant shift in Trump's regard for Fauci. Interestingly, Trump later claimed not to know who had given Fauci the commendation, adding another layer of complexity to their relationship. This situation raises numerous questions about the nature of public service, the personal costs associated with serving in high-profile, high-pressure roles, and the dynamics of political relationships that can change with the winds of power and public perception. Dr. Fauci's decision to hire private security underscores the very real threats and pressures faced by public officials, especially those who become the face of national crises like the COVID-19 pandemic. As we reflect on these developments, it's essential to consider the broader implications they may have on public trust, the safety and security of government officials, and the political landscape as a whole. The decisions made by those in power, the actions taken against former officials, and the public's reaction to these moves are all pieces of a complex puzzle that we must strive to understand. Now, I turn the conversation over to you, our viewers. What are your thoughts on President Trump's decision to pull Dr. Fauci's security detail? How do you view the measures Dr. Fauci has taken in response to this situation? And what do you think this says about the current state of politics and public service in America? Make sure to hit that like button if you found this discussion insightful, comment below with your thoughts and perspectives, and don't forget to subscribe to The American Shuffle for more engaging content that gets to the heart of today's most pressing issues. Your support helps us keep the conversation going, and we're eager to hear what you have to say. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep shuffling through the complexities of the American experience.